What's up guys, Brendan Hancock here with another episode of Groove Subaru today, and today we brought along two 2019 Subaru Foresters. We have a 2.5i and a 2.5i Sport, and today we're going to go over how to change the clock in your new Forester. Now the reason that we brought along these two trim levels in particular is because they each have different head units because of the trim level they are, and therefore how you change the clock is going to be a little bit different. So with the 2.5i Forester, we have the 6.5-inch head unit, and it doesn't have the LCD screen up top above the main head unit. So everything that we say here about this base is also going to be true on the premium trim level that has the same setup. Now as for the Forester Sport we have here, this one does have the additional head unit up above the main infotainment system screen, so it's going to be a little bit different how we change the clock. Everything that we say about this Forester Sport is also going to be true for the limited trim level, for those that do not have the built-in navigation. Now the limited trim levels with navigation or the touring trim levels, which will come standard with it, those are going to use the satellites that are used for the traffic information for the navigation system, so you really don't have to adjust those manually. You can just keep it on auto and do it that way. But first, let's hop in the 2.5i Forester and show you how to change the clock. So we're sitting inside of the 2019 Forester 2.5i. This is the base model, and this is going to have the third generation Starlink 6.5-inch touchscreen infotainment system. So everything we really say here is also going to be true for the 2.5i premium trim level. Now what we're going to do here, we're on our home screen, so if you're not on the home screen, you just tap the home button, it'll bring you to this page. And we're going to go to settings first, and we're going to look for at the bottom here where it says vehicle settings, because we're going to see where it says clock adjustment. Now typically from the factory it's going to be set to auto. We want to tap on this and just make sure we have it adjusted to manual. Auto is really going to be more for when you have the built-in navigation and it's pulling from these satellites, but in our circumstance it's not going to do that. So we're going to change this to manual, and then all we have to do once we've done that is we're going to go up here to this screen, and on the right you have a plus and minus button, and you're simply going to push those buttons and adjust the time to where you need it. So we just push this plus button here, and you can actually push and hold it here. It'll kind of go a decent amount of time, and then just kind of tap it individually, get it where you need to go. And it is as easy as that. Now let's go hop over into the Forester Sport and see how it's a little bit different in that trim level. All right, so now we're sitting inside of the Forester Sport, and you can see this one has the 8-inch Starlink touchscreen infotainment system, and it also has this little 5.7-inch screen up here that the 2.5i did not. So everything that we say here is going to also be true for the limiteds that do not have the navigation system built in, because those ones are going to be linked to the satellites for the nav, and we'll just do daylight savings time and all that kind of stuff automatically. Now I was mentioning too, when we adjust that clock adjustment to manual, we're going to do the same thing here. Sometimes when people have Android devices, it seems like it does sync. I've never had that luck with Apple devices syncing the time, so you may be able to do it with auto. Just have Android Auto on your phone, connect it. It should be able to do it that way, but today we're going to do it manually. I just like to do it this way a little bit more. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to settings, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go over to vehicle settings and make sure we have that clock adjustment set to manual. Now on this one, instead of just pushing buttons up there, we're going to use the info button on the left side of the steering wheel, just above the hang up button for the phone. We're going to tap that until we get to the screen that says push and hold the info button for selection screen. Once we're on that screen, we're going to push and hold this info button until the screen changes, and the first thing we're going to see up there is time and date. I'm now going to use these little toggles down at around 7 o'clock on the steering wheel, which are typically used to change the screen in between your speedometer and tachometer, and I'm going to use the arrows to select time and date, and I'm actually selecting using the I/set button in the middle between those two arrows. I'm now going to select time and date again, and I can now use the bottom arrow to scroll to the right, the top arrow to scroll to the left. When I get to what I want to change, for example, minutes, hours, the date, etc., I'm going to select that using the I/set button. So right there, I'm going to see those up and down arrows appear, adjust that to the proper time, which I believe is 12:20 right now. And once I have it on that time, now I'm going to select that using the I/set button and toggle down here to set. Easy peasy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have found this video to be helpful. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comments. If you liked this video, make sure to give us a like below. And for more helpful videos like this, subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Groove Subaru Today. Take care.